everyone. In this video I'm going to talk about Sparkle, the National Transgender Celebration. I went to it last Saturday the 9th of July 2011. Now, even though it's a 3-day event, I only went to the main part of it on the Saturday because I didn't have the money or time to book a hotel. So I just did the Monday. Basically my day started at about 6:30. I got up and got ready. Now I didn't feel confident in travelling in girl mode, so I put my tights on under my jeans and put a t-shirt and put all my girl clothes into a brown paper Primark bag, and I got on a bus to Wakefield, and then a train to Huddersfield, and then a train to Manchester, and arrived in Manchester around 10 o'clock-ish, 10:30, and just as I was walking to the Sackville Gardens, which is where Sparkle was held, the rain just started pouring down from the sky. Luckily there was a little alcove that I could just nip in, and I thought, I'm going to stand here and wait this rain out, and luckily the rain only lasted for about 5 to 10 minutes, and that was the last we saw of the rain that day. So that was a big relief. Then I got to one of the bars in Canal Street and got changed there into my girl clothes and had a little look around, and then went to where they were having talks, and that the Lesbian and Gay Foundation, and there were you could get your nails done there, so I got my nails done, and then afterwards I headed out and I had a drink and set off to the park to enjoy the event. I had a look around the stalls and watched on the main stage various acts. Sadly, because when I was having my nails done, I missed the opening ceremony with the MP for Equalities, Lynn Featherstone. Now she's part of current government, so but she's a Lib Dem, not a Tory, so it's not that bad. But I've since seen her video the video of her opening speech on YouTube. But after that I watched, I can't remember what her name was, but they were a solo performer with a acoustic guitar, and she played sort of Celtic folky music, now none of which I really recognised until she played a Irish song, which is Whiskey in the Jar, which of course I don't know the original, but I do know Metallica's version. But really enjoyed her performance. I do like a nice sort of folky acoustic. After that there was after that I went and got a beef burger from one of the food stalls and headed for another drink, and missed a couple of acts, I think, and came in at the end of Joey something or other, whose nickname is the Gender Joker. He was alright, but I didn't see much of his performance, so I can't really judge on how it was. And as his last part of his act was sort of a rap, I have a sort of negative attitude towards rap music in general, so that may sway my decision on his performance. After that it was, what came next? I can't remember the name, but they were a 3-person rock band with a trans woman on guitar, a trans man on bass, and the trans woman on drugs, not drugs, drugs, yeah, on drums, and they were playing sort of classic, sort of 50s, 60s rock and roll, stuff like Wild Thing, You Really Got Me, Wild One, which were really good, and they had nice bit of distortion on their guitars. Then after that there was, I can't remember her name, but she wasn't trans, but she was like hired at the last minute. She was a stand-up comedian, sort of stand-up poet, who reminded me of a young Craig Charles in her, she was Liverpudlian, and in her style. I think the Scouse accent does work for poetry, even though it shouldn't. But yeah, she was very good. And then there was Starbase 109, I think, which was a sort of synth duo, and it was a bit strange and not really my cup of tea for the music, but it was funny, so there was an enjoyment factor there. Oh, at that point I went to get something for my tea. I had a crepe with sugar and lemon on, which was delicious, because that's how I normally have my pancakes on Pancake Day. So as a crepe is sort of like a flat pancake, I thought that'd be a good idea. And then after that I went, and then after that there was the last performance, a trans woman called Christy something. Oh, I'm terrible with names. But she was really good. She sang 3 songs first, which were her own, which, alright, not exactly my cup of tea. And then she did a bit of Bowie, she did Let's Dance, and then she did Personal Jesus, which I'm not familiar with its original, but I am familiar with the Manson version. And then after that, that was pretty much it for my day at Sparkle, because then it was the end of the Sparkle in the Park event, and then they went on to the evening stuff, which I had to get home at that point, or else I wouldn't have got a train. And I didn't have a hotel booked or anything, so I went back to the bar where I got changed earlier in the day and got changed back into my guy clothes for travelling, and then slight disaster struck. My paper bag that my clothes were in tore, so but luckily I was passing where the catering stand was, and as they were clearing up I asked them if they had a spare bin liner, which I could just put my stuff in and use that to carry home. So luckily I was saved. I had to find a carrier bag from somewhere, but all in all, aside from the slight mishap with my bag tearing and the slight mishap with the rain, it was a wonderful experience. I could argue that it was the best day of my life. Just to be out and about and accepted in girl mode was just wonderful. That's just my rabbit. But yeah, even though I've had a day in my life where I've been to Disneyland, and had a day in my life where I saw Freedom Call live, and I was so close that I could almost touch the lead singer. Well, I could have reached to touch the lead singer, but didn't, out of respect. But even though I've had those 2 wonderful days in my life, this was probably the best day in my life. Just, it was so wonderful and amazing. Anyone who's thinking about going to Sparkle, just do it. You won't regret it. You will love it. I'm hoping to do the whole weekend next year if I can get money sorted, book a hotel in time, and get it all lined up, and just arrive on the Friday and leave on probably leave on Monday or Sunday. I don't know. See how works out, but definitely really recommend Sparkle to any trans person out there who can get to it. If you're in the UK, or if you're in Europe and can get to the UK, get to Manchester, then do it. It's a must. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and goodbye.